Former Fox News host Eric Bolling talked to former Fox News host Megyn Kelly and former NBC host Megyn Kelly this past weekend about Biden and the Democrats' plan to, bring unity to the country. And both of them think that this is an absolutely stupid idea because they don't think Republicans should play nice with Democrats. And these two idiots actually say that all of the division in this country today, sure, the Republicans share some blame, but dang it, those bloodthirsty Democrats are also to blame because, they spent the last 4 years calling every single person who voted for Donald Trump a racist. Now, here's the thing, and I'm going to read their exact quotes in just a second, but let me go ahead and state this. No serious person, no person of any kind of influence ever said every single Trump supporter is a racist. In fact, I'm pretty sure the times we've discussed that, we've actually mentioned that not every Trump supporter is a racist. I mean, I know for a fact I've said that in countless videos here. So no, Megyn, you're straight up lying on the premise. So anyway, here are the exact quotes from these two morons. Who both now, you know what? I'm going to read the quotes first. I'm going to get into that in a minute. Eric Bolling prompted her through his new home on Sinclair Broadcasting. He said, all of the sudden, just a quick note for everybody, it's not all the sudden, it's all of a sudden, okay? Can we stop saying all the sudden? All of the sudden, they want unity on the left when they've spent the last 4 years calling everyone who's a Trump supporter misogynist or homophobic or xenophobic or bigoted, or the list goes on and on. And then Megyn Kelly responded, let's get real. When you tell 71 million Americans they're racist, bigots, homophobes, transphobes, and sexists year after year, you're going to make enemies. You're going to make enemies lists of anybody who supported Trump. They're not really feeling unified with you. The only thing you can try to do is be less white. So that's who you're dealing with. You cannot listen to these people call names anymore. I think the average Americans get very jarred when they hear these nasty terms, which are meant to silence you. Holy crap, Megyn. There's actual real racists and homophobes and transphobes and xenophobes who do support the president. And they have been very vocal over the last 4 years. And rightfully so, they have been called out by those of us on the left. And you know what else we've done, though, Megyn? We have also called out the people who defend these people. Because, see, that's where the distinction comes. We don't ever say that all Trump supporters or all Republicans are these things. Just the ones who obviously are these things and the ones who defend it. Because if you defend it, you're giving it your approval. If you give it your approval, then you support it. That's how that works, Megyn. And to be honest, I don't agree with this idea of unity. I don't want to be unified with these idiots with their big Confederate flags on the back of their truck. The Confederacy, which, by the way, only lasted 4 years in American history, but it's our heritage. No, it's really not. It's racism, and that's why you're doing it. And Megyn Kelly, by the way, is the same person who threw a hissy fit on Fox News many years ago because somebody said Santa wasn't white. And oh my God, she went on a friggin' tear because that's how fragile Megyn Kelly is in her whiteness. Now, the thing I almost said earlier and said I'll get to that later, here it is. Both Eric Bolling and Megyn Kelly could have emerged as good, decent human beings and had successful careers following their time at Fox News. Eric Bolling's son died of a drug overdose, and that was very sad. Megyn Kelly, there's a movie about what happened to her at Fox News and the harassment and all of that. She could have been a hero. But both of them, in spite of these tragedies and these horrific things happening to them, instead of taking it and becoming good and decent people from it, they went on to be even bigger scumbags. Eric Bolling fired from the network for sending lewd text messages, lewd pictures to people. Megyn Kelly ends up losing her job at NBC because, dang it, she can't quite shake that little racist bone she got in her. These are horrible human beings. And they've had horrible things happen to them. But they took the wrong lessons from them. They didn't take these as opportunities. They took them as the chances to play the victim, to say, poor me, everybody, shower me with your sympathy so I can turn around and go do even worse things than what I was doing before. These two idiots could have been decent people. They could have emerged better and stronger and more influential than ever. Instead, both of them now relegated to networks that nobody is paying attention to. That is their fate, and that is what they deserve.